Welcome back to my YouTube channel and my podcast, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm not going to long talk this video because this is the final boss video and podcast episode to help you understand the lack loop and how to break out of it. Because you want to know the real reason why lack keeps showing up on repeat. It's because it takes effort, you guys. And I know that each and every single one of you listening to this knows exactly what I'm talking about. We all can nod our heads in agreement. Let's just nod our heads in agreement right now and know that all of us at some point have had a certain lack story on a loop at some point in our lives. And it's the rumination on needing to get something, to fix something, this constant seeking, and the feeling of if I don't figure it out, then it won't happen. And just this overall lack of trust. It's so much to put on a mind and a body that's finite, and it's not the mind and the body's function to be the doer of any of this. Remember, the mind and the body is the receiver from the infinite mind. So, yeah, lack takes effort, and it's not passive, and it's not just what's happening. It's literally something you have to keep believing in to keep experiencing. And so this morning, I was thinking about how I would share this message with you. And the only thing that kept coming up is how it finally clicked for me. So I'm going to share that with you. And then I will share some keys at the end for you to remember. So I remember one day I was really frustrated in taking a walk with my dogs because when I get overly stimulated and frustrated, I have to take a long walk. And during that walk, it dawned on me. These questions came up in my awareness. And I first thought, if everyone is me and I believe something to be untrue about who I am, one, why would I feel the need to keep challenging myself? Two, why would I keep scaring myself with creating these people to come in and confirm my unworthiness? And three, what would I have to think about me to keep calling in circumstances that don't match what I say that I want? And then it just hit me. I would have to strongly believe that I am not the source of it at all. And that's the root of the lack loop. It's not just fear, not just misalignment, but a deeply held belief that I'm separate from the thing I desire, and even more so separate from my source. And it's like I would have to keep being afraid in order for this story to keep going. So here's the thing, you guys. Fear fuels the script, and every time I engaged with it, I would be saying, yep, this version of me, she's still valid and she's still running the show. But lack isn't natural, it is practiced. And when I stopped rehearsing that role, of course, my life shifted. So let's get into it. You break out of the lack loop by realizing you were the one feeding it. And that's not a guilt trip for you to take or a call to invite shame into the mix. That's liberation. Because if you built it, you can be the one to stop building it. And you don't have to keep figuring it out. You don't have to connect the dots of why it's happening. Because if it's not happening to the version of you who is living the dream life, who has the love of their life in the form of a specific person, and knows that their baseline is success, then it's not happening. It's not yours. So if you're stuck in a loop, ask yourself, what part of me still believes that I'm not the source? Where am I choosing fear over knowing? And what would it feel like to stop putting effort into the version of me that's already been replaced? You don't have to earn abundance. You literally just have to stop arguing with it. And lack takes effort, and you're done working overtime. So, here are four keys to dismantle the lack for good. All right. So, number one, the ego needs you to believe in lack to survive. The ego is powered by separation, and if you knew you were the source, the ego wouldn't be necessary. And this is the one that cracks the whole illusion open because the ego feeds on fear, struggle, comparison, and not enoughness. And it literally requires you to stay small to keep its identity alive. When you say, wait, I am not separate from abundance, the ego starts losing relevance. And it doesn't want you to know lack is what? Optional. Because when you stop believing in lack, you stop believing in it. And number two, lack is not passive, it's maintained. So again, lack takes effort, and you have to keep choosing the version of you that believes in struggle. You have to keep up rumination, outer observation, stringing moments of lack from the past to confirm why you're still in lack. And it causes you to remain in the mind and not in the seat of consciousness, which is the heart space. So you're not helpless or cursed. You are rehearsing a role. And that's empowering, because if it takes effort to sustain lack, it also means you have the power to withdraw that effort. And number three, the version of you that has it doesn't know this loop exists, right? They're not analyzing, fixing, or waiting because they already are. And this key reinforces identity. It's about choosing a new reference point, shifting your awareness from the fractured self who's trying to survive to the whole self who is already fulfilled. When your awareness of being the all starts leading, the loop loses its meaning, right? And number four, fear is the fuel. Starve it and the loop dies. If you stop reacting to the fear, the loop has nothing to stand on. So, fear isn't just an emotion, it is the anchor for looping timelines. And most people think they have to wait until the fear goes away to move, but the real shift happens when you stop believing fear is a valid reason to stay where you are. All right. So I really just wanted to make this quick video for you to understand that lack takes so much effort, takes so much of you keeping up a story, takes so much of your awareness being pulled out into the 3D and pulled out into form in a dead reality for you to keep that story going. It takes so much mental toll on the body and the mind because it was not built for that, right? And you're trying to use your outer senses to make lack make sense. And it's not going to make sense because remember, there is no lack in the mind of the all. Yes, you can experience it because that's how loved and cared for you are if you choose to experience it. But it's not a requirement for you to know who you are. Lack is not a requirement for you to know who you are. But the thing is, grace is always there because all things, and I literally mean all things, can be used for you to come back home to yourself. So I just wanted to leave this video here for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Join us on our 2-week coaching challenge, and it is called the Reality Reset. Thank you to everyone who's already signed up. We start that this coming Sunday, so make sure you go down to the description box below and check it out. Everything else is down there below, including some freebies for you guys. And remember, your imagination is on your side, and I am too. Bye.